Nearly 5 million actively dating women in America are on the T app. How can a breach of a nearly 5 million women-only network expose 4 important myths about women's dating? So let's move on to part 2, the myths of women who are dating. So the first myth is that the dating pool is huge. A lot of women believe that the dating pool is massive. They may not like every man in it, but they have the belief that there is always another schmuck around the corner to pay for her next meal, as if there's an endless supply of men waiting for their chance. So if one doesn't work out, no big deal to her. There's always another one right behind him. But when you consider the numbers, especially what we learned from T, it's obvious that they're all swimming in the same pool. According to the data we just reviewed, somewhere around 33% of actively dating women in the US are using T. And if each one of them submitted just a couple of names, that adds up to 7 million men, or likely more, that are being talked about. Now ask yourself this: how big is the dating pool really when that many women are all naming the same guys? It's the same women chasing the same men on different apps, at the same bars, and inside the same gossip circles. Again, especially in urban and suburban areas where social overlap is likely higher. And that's the real problem. This illusion of abundance convinces women that men are a placeholder until the next one comes along. Unless, of course, your name already hits her T-app search, in which your real chance is over before you even start. So no, the dating pool isn't huge, and it just got much, much smaller. For men, the shrinking of the dating pool is not just frustrating. I'd say it's outright dangerous. Because once you've been added to that behind-the-scenes worldwide archive, your dating life isn't just yours anymore. You can be filtered, judged, or even discarded by anyone at any time before you even had a chance to speak. So the second myth is that the app provides safety and vetting for women. You've heard their justifications. T exists to keep women safe. It's a tool for vetting men so I don't get assaulted. It sounds reasonable to the general public and makes for a good cover until you realize what's really going on. In reality, most women are not using T for legitimate safety concerns. They're using it to confirm emotional biases. If she feels like a guy was a jerk and she's not looking for balance, she's looking for endorsement of what she already believes. She logs in hoping that some other woman down the street had the same bad experience, and she wants to hear, "Yes, he sucks." Boys, this is not vetting, it's corroboration. And for women, that type of emotional validation is very, very addictive. That's what makes T so dangerous. It's predicated on and defended as safety while delivering the confirmation bias that women crave. T is not for vetting for safety, and we all know it. She's also there to talk about her ex. So if safety were truly the goal, there are legitimate ways to vet a man. She could run a legit background check. She has access to free court databases and records. If it were really about safety and a guy she likes, nothing stops her from hiring a professional, licensed PI if she's really that concerned. But all of that takes effort, right? And doing her own work doesn't get her a dopamine hit that comes with social online validation. The third myth is that women dominate the social intelligence economy. We've been told for years that women are the socially superior sex. They're masters of communication, of emotional nuance, and complex social navigations. But the way that women use T exposes a very, very different story. What's actually happening is not social intelligence. It's outsourcing that T users gladly purchase for a monthly subscription. Instead of making a judgment based on her own experience and getting to know you, women post about you to see what other women think. She's not asking, in what ways is he a good guy? She's asking the group to give her a reason to believe that you're an asshole. And when one woman validates that feeling, that becomes public truth. And it is not social intelligence. It's the same herd instinct that fuels TikTok trends and cancel culture. One person sets the tone and the rest follow. No woman wants to be the outlier or to experience FOMO, so she echoes the story and falls in line. If one woman says you are controlling, the next will say that you are manipulative. Soon, you're an abusive narcissist, even if she doesn't know how to spell it. Now, here's the punchline to the myth and what it really means for you. You've been told the idea that women are social masterminds. They're empathetic, intuitive, even discerning. But if 1 in 3 actively dating women joined a gossip app like T to decide what they think of you, it's not intelligence. It's social dependence and, again, confirmation bias. The fourth myth is that women are strategically informed. There's this belief that women approach dating like chess, always thinking 3 steps ahead, they're gathering intel and moving with calculated intention. And sure, some of them do try, but strategy only works if the data you're working with is accurate. That's the part no one's talking about. Because the information that many women are using to be strategic in dating isn't based on real insight or solid information. It's based on emotional clamor from other women. They're not making decisions based on fact or strategic information. They're recycling stories from other women who have collectively decided what is a red flag this week. So no, she's not trying to understand you. She's scanning for information that someone else has already framed. And she calls it doing due diligence. Fellas, what she's really doing is copying someone else's homework and calling it wisdom or learning. If she's doing her research, odds are that research is coming from the T ecosystem, where rumors get repetitive and the narrative matters more than truth.